Welcome back, y'all. First off, before we get this video started, I want to say thank you. 400 subscribers wouldn't be possible without you guys, so I appreciate you guys for sticking around and wanting to support me. It means a lot. Go to 500 subs, half a K subs starts now. Today I want to talk about championship series. Going to do a little bit of a kind of a preview here about quite a lot of disruption. I don't know who has a perfect bracket still. I know I don't. I have one team left that is still, kind of in the mix to go to the World Series. I have one team left out of the four, so not very great, but let's get into it. We're gonna start with the American League side. Wildcard round, I got the NL side right. Division Series round, I got the AL side right. When I switched my picks, my last video, I had Rangers and Astros going to meet in the LCS, and wow, this is gonna be an awesome series. A great battle of Texas. If you're from Texas, I'm sure you're fired up for this series. This series has never happened before in the postseason. I'm not sure if the Rangers or Astros have never met. To my understanding, they have never met in the postseason. So this is a one-of-a-kind matchup here. Rangers, Astros, two division rivals, two in-state rivals. Of course, the Rangers had division locked up for most of the year, right? That was kind of the storyline. The Rangers kind of took that next step. They were winning the division. We kind of all thought they would win the division. They lost the division in the last day of the regular season with the Astros. Would once again win the division. Home field advantage in this series. They have the home field advantage over the Rangers. 4 games will be played at Houston, 3 over in Arlington. If it goes to full 7, I'll look at these teams. I think they both have pretty good pitching staffs. You can see some low scoring games. You can see a couple of high scoring games mixed in as well. They have great offenses as well. Overall, both teams have been pretty good this postseason. Of course, the problem with the Rangers going into the postseason was their bullpen. Like, we all thought their bullpen was bad. Well, we didn't think it was bad. We knew it was bad because of what we watched in the regular season. I watched a ton of Ranger games. They just blow leads left and right. That has not been the case here in the postseason. They've been pretty good. Minus Aroldis Chapman. Aroldis Chapman is a household name. We all know who he is. When he comes in the game, I'm not even a Rangers fan. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous when Aroldis Chapman comes in the game. We spoke to try to use him last game when the Rangers blew out the Orioles. He still kind of got in a little bit of murky trouble there, so he still has yet to find it. Of course, now facing the Astros, who seem to be his kryptonite, that's something to look out for late in the game when Bochy is going to go to him, but be on the lookout for Aroldis Chapman against the Astros. Of course, Altuve hit a walk-off home run against them in 2019 to send Houston to the World Series. The Houston side of things does what they do. Just play ball. They keep doing what they do, find ways to win. Led by Justin Verlander, a guy they acquired at the trade deadline to go all in, to go win another World Series, to defend their crown. So I applaud the Astros for doing that. Behind Verlander, you got Amber Valdez and Christian Javier. So that is a 3-headed monster out in Houston that is going to be very hard for the Rangers to take it off of. But the Rangers, if there's any offense that can do it, it is the Texas Rangers offense. So this is going to be a great series. I said last round there should be some long series. There wasn't really a long series. There was no series that went 5 games. I'm hoping that there is series that go at least 6-7 games in this round. In the Battle of Texas, the Lone Star Series kind of deserves a 7-game series. I have to pick a winner. So I had the Astros go into the World Series all the way back in March. They're still here. They're the Final Four. Do I dare pick against Houston? I'm picking against Houston. I am taking the yellow brick road here. I'm going against my Astros pick in March. Astros pick that I said in early October. They'd go back to the World Series. They're running into a hot Rangers team. Running into a hot, hungry Rangers team. And we know the Astros are battle tested. We know they've been there. They've done that time and time again. They continue to play great baseball. But I think it's the Rangers' year. There's a bit of magic there in Globe Life Field. The Rangers are going to the World Series. They're going to defeat their rival down in Houston, and they will go to the World Series. So my pick, Rangers and Astros, is the Texas Rangers. I'll go over to the NL side. We saw some upsets over here too in the National side of things. Orioles were defeated by the Rangers. Orioles 100 games. The Diamondbacks beat the Dodgers, who also won 100 games, and the Phillies beat the Braves, who also won 100 games. So 3 teams that won 100 games were knocked out. A pretty busted bracket here. Seeing a lot of complaining about the format. I could dive into that in the offseason and talk about that. But for right now, let's focus on the Diamondbacks and the Phillies. Someone whose team just got knocked out by Arizona, I can tell you they are a really good team. Not by just this series, but by all year. They've been a really good team from the get-go. When the Dodgers played them opening day, they were a young, fast, hungry team. And that proved all the way to the October series against the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks are not to be taken lightly. But I will say this. if they want to beat Philadelphia, they're going to have to play better. I will say that flat out. No disrespect to Arizona, but they're going to need to play better if they want to beat the Phillies and go to the World Series. The Dodgers really beat themselves. I talk about it all the time. They really did beat themselves. Arizona did their part. They played better baseball, entire better game, 100%. But the Dodgers also played really, really bad. So I do not expect the Phillies to play as bad as the Dodgers. Arizona wants to win. They're going to need to step up their game. The pitching, for the most part, has done a pretty solid job. I'm talking about their offense, right? So when the offense comes out, kind of lightning quick, they got to continue to put the foot on the pedal and throttle forward, right? They got to continue adding on, chipping away. The D-backs have the work cut out for them. They're going to have to play a juggernaut Phillies team, which kind of seems like they're a juggernaut made for October, right? Arizona, they possess a lot of threats with their speed. They have a lot of pop in the lineup as well. The pitching has been phenomenal. They're getting some reinforcements back as well, I'm hearing. Diamondbacks and Phillies, the Phillies side, beating the Braves again. And Phillies just look like the better team against Atlanta. It's going to be a raucous crowd in Philadelphia. I'll tell you this right now. The D-backs have seen nothing like that Philadelphia crowd. The Dodger crowd in this year was totally dead. And that's not to knock the Dodger fans. They had nothing to cheer about. I mean, if I was there, I'd have zero to cheer about. D-backs are going to go into a really intimidating environment. Phillies have the best home field advantage. Not even just like as a personal opinion, it's a statistical opinion. They've had the best home field advantage in the postseason going back to 2008. I think that's a stat that came out. They're like 26-11. So they're really good at home. If the D-backs can still win, they can make this a series. The key is they got to get one on the road. Always a key. Get one on the road. That is going to be the key for Arizona. Get one on the road. This is going to be a long series if they want to win it. The Phillies, great offense, great pitching, led by Nola and Wheeler. Nola is a guy that I want on my team. He's a free agent. So we'll see what happens with him. So he's trying to get his ring, as is Bryce Harper, trying to get his ring, kind of cement his legacy. I have no dog in this fight, right? I have no dogs in these fights. I'm not really rooting for anybody in particular. I just want to see great baseball. I will be watching pretty closely. If I had to pick a winner for this Arizona and Philadelphia series, I'm going to pick the Phillies. I think seeing the Snakes in the World Series would be cool, something I may never see again. But, never count out the Snakes. But I think Philadelphia is going to go back to the World Series again for the back-to-back seasons, and they will face the Texas Rangers. So last year they faced the Astros, this year they faced the other Texas team in the Rangers. That is my prediction. I think I got Phillies and Rangers in the Fall Classic of 2023. But either way, I wouldn't be mad with Astros or D-backs. I wouldn't be mad with any of their hypothetical matchup. I'd be pretty happy. I think all these teams are really good and really fun to watch. So I'm excited for this series. And I know one thing out there is like, oh, the ratings are going to be down. Nobody cares about these teams. Arizona, Texas, it's an all-Texas ALCS. And of course, you got the big market in Philly. I don't know if it's just me, but let's just say it was Miami or like Tampa. Like, I would still be watching. Maybe it's just the baseball fan in me, but it doesn't matter what team it is, where they are, I'm still going to watch. And I'm definitely intrigued for sure seeing Arizona there battle Texas. Shall see what happens. But let me know your picks down below in the comment section who you got advancing to the World Series. And just your thoughts overall on the League Championship Series. With that being said, y'all, I'm going to sign off. I do appreciate y'all for watching. And I'll talk to you guys again next time. Later.